In today's video, guys, I want to talk about ratchets, aka socket wrenches. What I have here are three different groups of socket wrenches, and from the left to the right, these are the ones I'm not crazy about, and I'll tell you why. These are the ones that are okay. These are the ones I kind of like. So, starting off to the left here, this one is a Craftsman. And a couple of things that I like about this is the fact that it has a push button mechanism, which I like. I like that over the ones that don't have it. You have to just kind of force them on. In addition, the directional part, what I like in a ratchet is when, and you'll find this on the higher end ones too, like Snap-on, Matco, etc. But you put the selector in the direction you want to apply torque. So here I'm tightening, right? And so in the direction you want to apply torque. That's the way the selector goes. That's the best way, I think. Now, what I don't like about this ratchet is the fact that it's kind of a coarse mechanism. I don't know if it's 36 teeth or whatever, but it's kind of coarse. So the swing arc isn't as good. But, you know, it's not terrible. But it's okay. I'm not crazy about it. And the thing I really don't like about it, the way this thing pivots for some reason, I just have problems with the pivoting part as well. So if I put it on a bolt, okay, and I go to apply torque, for whatever reason, a lot of times it tends to jump this way or jump that way as I'm going. And it's not like it feels flimsy. It just in real world applying torque, it tends to kind of go one way or another. So I'm not crazy about the pivot point. So that's why this ratchet is in the not great quality. So the next one, still in not great status, is this one by Crescent. And it's not a poor quality ratchet at all. It has a good button on the back to take on and remove sockets. It has a fine mechanism, which I like. Like 72 tooth count, so it has a nice swing arc. But it has the directional thing I don't like. So if normally you'd want to go this way to apply torque, and it's the opposite. So, okay. So you have to mentally say, okay, if I want to tighten something, you just kind of in your hand, you almost look away from the ratchet, you go like this, and you go, okay, it's ready to tighten, and you put it on. Or if you want to loosen, you go, okay, change the selector switch and then put it back on. Now you know you're going the right way, but it's just the opposite of what you're used to, and opposite of the higher end ratchets. So that's the Crescent. Another reason why I'm not crazy about this is I got this because it has this comfort grip, and really I don't really find it to be that comfortable personally. I don't find it more comfortable than just steel. And it tends to attract grease. And so when I'm done using this, I've got to spend an inordinate amount of time wiping this down with Simple Green and a paper towel or something, or Super Clean or something that'll get this clean. And it just seems to attract grease. And so I haven't liked the comfort grips. I got this because I wanted to try the comfort grip. I wanted to really use the comfort grip. I'm just not crazy about it. So that's why this ratchet's kind of relegated to not favored status. This one is really an interesting one. It's a Stanley. It's a regular ratchet. It has a push button. You put it on, and it goes fine as a normal ratchet. But then it also has what I thought was really neat at the time, which is a twist mechanism. So I can continue to twist this, and not only that, I can go like, see, it has a twisting mechanism to tighten. The problem with this in real world use, you think you're going to be able to get on something and then twist it and then loosen it, go the other direction and loosen it. The problem with this is that you really can't put very much torque on whatever you're working on, because with this handle, you just don't get that much leverage. That's the problem. So if I'm going like this and it tightens down and I'm in a tight spot, I don't think I'm able to generate more than maybe 10, 12 pounds of torque with this little twisting mechanism like this. So in real world use, this hasn't proved to be really that great. So that's why it's in my not so great category over here. In the middle here, we have two sockets that are decent. I mean, you could use these and they really wouldn't bother you too much. This one, the larger one, longer one, is from Harbor Freight. And it has a good push button on-off mechanism, like it. It does have the opposite, thing. So if I want to apply torque in that direction, I got to go back this way and then apply the torque. So another thing that I'm not crazy about is it's a little on the thick side too, right through here. Nothing terrible, a decent ratchet. I think these are like, $12, $13 with a coupon. Very, made in Taiwan, fairly high quality. So anyway, I do like it, just not my favorite. And the teeth count on this is pretty good too. So in other words, the swing arc, it's like 72 tooth count, so that's nice. That's a good swing arc right there. Next is the Cobalt. These are available at Lowe's. Very similar to the Harbor Freight. A little bit shorter, so you can get into a little bit tighter area. This one has a real fine tooth mechanism. Listen to that. But again, same kind of thing. If I want to apply torque in this direction, nope. So I got to adjust and go, okay, and then apply the torque to tighten, If I want to apply torque in this direction, nope, got to go back there. So I have to mentally make that adjustment. Good push button, a touch thick through here, nothing terrible. A decent ratchet, you can get a lot of work done, get your jobs done with this, no problem. Okay, so now let's go to the ones that I really like. So this is an old power belt made in Taiwan, which was probably available through like AutoZone years ago in the 1990s, early 2000s, and they still sell these on eBay. Wow, do I like it. So obviously, number one, great push button. Directional is correct. In other words, I'm going to apply torque in this direction, boom. I'm going to apply torque in this direction, boom. So that's correct, or at least it's the way I like it. In addition, despite the fact that it only has like 36 teeth, that's a fairly rough tooth count. But for some reason, whatever reason, this thing doesn't really bother me in terms of the swing arc. It just doesn't seem to bother me. Another thing I really like about this, right through here, it tends to be thinner. So this is a ratchet where I can get into tighter places with naturally. So anyway, just really like this one. And if you saw my other video on extensions, this one mates up with the extension perfectly. I just click the extension on and now I've got extra torque. So this is actually the one I grab when I'm doing the work. I just grab this one first. I've just always liked it. And it also really comes apart easily to clean out and re-lube the mechanism. And anyway, I just really like this one. So that's a good one. This one is actually from Harbor Freight as well. And despite the fact, good push button on off, and obviously despite the fact that that's incorrect. That's just the way Harbor Freight does it. It does have a fine tooth mechanism. And the pivots, it has two pivots. For whatever reason, the pivots seem to work a lot better. So if I've got to get into an area like that, and it's really awkward, and I can, I've got to make this thing go around different objects and, components in the engine bay, you can really do it. And for whatever reason, it seems to stay a lot better than this one over here. Where this one kind of tends to kick out on me. This one, for whatever reason, really works well. I've been very, very impressed with how it works. I don't know if it's just a little more stout, whatever, it just seems to work better. So this one I really like. I tend to use it quite a bit, to get into difficult places. So that's one I really like. And then this one, this is only a 1/4 inch ratchet for my 1/4 inch sockets, because I'm using, these are 3/8 and this is a 1/4 inch. I thought this was going to just be a little piece of junk. It's like $8 at Harbor Freight. But, it has this plastic coating. It's coating over metal. You know what, though? It's a good little ratchet. I get a lot of work done. This, obviously, the directional selector is the wrong direction for me. But, that's fine. I just live with it. And on-off is really nice. It's really, it's durable. It's grippy. It's lightweight. Very strong. I've really given it a lot of torque. And on my 1/4" sockets. This has been really, really good. So I've been very, very happy with this one. So anyway, those are some things that I like and don't like about socket wrenches, and things that you can look out for as you go and look to buy them as well. So that's all I have for this video, guys. If you like these videos, feel free to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. And I look forward to talking to you guys on the next video. Take care.